Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? My name is Blitzwinger, and ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another 100% walkthrough for LEGO Dimensions! So this is, of course, the Minikit guide for yet another level in the LEGO Dimensions video game. Today we're actually going to be tackling level number, I guess this would be number 6, right? Depending on which way you count. Within the core game, it's level 6. Once Upon a Time Machine is the name of the game here for today. So of course, if you guys enjoyed today's video, don't forget to drop a like. Let's go ahead and aim for 750 likes. Hopefully we can hit that goal. So far, you guys seem to really enjoy the newer format. Some people don't particularly like it, but again, if you want to see the full level, I've done a walkthrough for the game where I showed every single cutscene and so on and so forth, so you can go ahead and check that out as well. If there's ever new stuff that is specific to the 100% walkthrough, I will show it, just like I will in this level. When we actually go into the future, I will show you that entire section of the level instead of just showing you a tiny little bit of it. So hopefully you understand that. Hopefully you're not getting too upset about the whole motif. The main idea behind this is to try to get the 100% episodes as quickly as possible out, so that then I am able to then focus on doing LEGO Brick Adventures, also known as LBA. So that being said, today we are of course in the Back to the Future level, and hopefully we'll have some fun with it and actually perform relatively well here today as well. So 10 Minikits. I do have 2 Minikits collected going into this, so keep in mind that will be something that is a little bit obviously different from you, because when we get the first Minikit, for example, it will say 3, but for you it will only say 1. So hopefully that's clear, and hopefully that's somewhat understandable. Alright, so here's the mayor. Come on, Hubert. What's going on?
I do see a lady.
Oh. Oh, how dare she, I guess, right? Alright, so...
We'll just take a look around.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, let's rock and roll. So this is going to, right off the bat, get pretty interesting, because right off the bat we're going to be collecting important stuff. So let's get into it. Right in the beginning of the level, you'll notice this ginormous crate, so you're going to go ahead and pull on that, and then you have 3 parts that you can assemble into a camera. So Wild Style will be the one that will help us out with that, being a master builder. You can use other master builders that are in the game, including Emmett and such, so keep that in mind. She's not the only one you could use for this, but I just decided to utilize Master Wild. Really? What was I going to say there? Wild Style. Because I was going to say Master Builder. I said Master Wild by mistake. Alright. Ooh, and by the way, the other thing we're working on is studs. But I'll show you a place where you can get a ridiculous amount of studs and get this completed without a shadow of a doubt. Alright, so Honest Joe will get his picture taken, and basically the main reason why we want to do this mission first is because that will allow us to then have access to our rescue mission in here, because prior to doing that you won't be able to actually complete the rescue mission. So keep that in mind, that the main reason why you do this part first is so that you can get to that. Next up, you're going to need the watering ability, so you can either have a character like Aquaman or the vehicle right here, such as a Mystery Machine. Water the plant, and that will blossom into a ridiculously ginormous carrot. That's like a mutant. And Clara Clayton, or Clara Clayton, I don't know how you say that, she is now been rescued, and she will be A-okay going forward. So that's the rescue mission out of the way, over and done with. Next, we're going to actually fly right up here to the water containment unit, melt down the LEGO object up at the top, and then drop in for the first Minikit. It does say third, but it's actually the first one for you. And then the other thing that a lot of people seem to miss is that the fact that at the bottom of this water containment unit, there is a ridiculous amount of studs. I mean, right there, we just collected over 100,000 studs. Yes, it's with a multiplier, but 100,000 studs nonetheless, which is pretty cool. So, next mission is one that will take a little while to get through, and it's going to be destroying 5 of these little workers' tables. There are 5 of them across several areas, so keep in mind there are 2 in this area, and that's what you were going to want to get from this area. And then you're going to shift your attention over to trying to get the actual Minikit in this vicinity. So first and foremost, you're probably going to want to clear out all these Nindroids out of here, or the little Ninjago bad guys out. And then you're going to use the magic ability to get this garbage can emptied. But you're not done yet. You're going to smash the garbage can further, and that will reveal a whole bunch of goo. You will once again need the watering ability for this, so you're going to use a character like Aquaman, or Krusty the Clown, so on and so forth, or the Mystery Machine, and you're basically just going to water everything in sight in order to gain access to the next Minikit, which would be your second Minikit. Now, technically, you're still working on another Minikit already, because you've already broken 2 of those worker benches, so it's a little bit tricky to, like, name, which Minikit is which, but you're going to be working towards that Minikit over the next few areas, so that's why I consider this to be Minikit number 2. And hopefully that makes sense, because I could totally see that being a little bit confusing. So you spray all that down, and then you have all the parts there for the coffee machine Minikit, and there you go, Minikit number 2 is now in your grasp, which is absolutely tremendous. Next up, there is, right here by the giant boat machine, there is another one of those tables right there, the worker benches. We destroy another one of those, and then you're just going to proceed from that section onwards to the next one, where Lord Vortek is going to call upon, as you can see, the Statue of Liberty and some statues from Egypt and such. It's where the flaming sea cow is. You arrive over to here, and this is actually going to be the place where you're going to get the other 2 tables destroyed. So there's table number 4, and there is table number 5, so that's your third Minikit, which is absolutely awesome. So that's another thing that you have now completed and you no longer have to be concerned about. And then there's another Minikit all the way up here, and this is one of the Minikits that I already have. You'll notice there's one blue stud, and the second blue stud in that corner right there, that's the other Minikit. So right now, that means that, based on my math, you should have 4 Minikits in hand at this very moment. Next is the area where you actually fight Lord Vortek for the first time, actually one-on-one, so to speak. And this is where you're going to time travel. So you're going to need the Mystery Machine, or sorry, not the Mystery Machine, what am I talking about? The DeLorean, in order to get to this area. And this area is brand new, which is why I'm going to show all of it. Everything that I've done in this area, I will showcase, because again, unlike the previous level where it's the exact same level, except now we are collecting Minikits, this is all new. This is all stuff that we didn't get to explore, so you get to travel into the future, which is pretty awesome. And the first task that we're going to tackle is the first Minikit right up front here. So we're just going to scale the little pulley system right here, hop on up, and then slowly but surely shimmy our way across this little thing. Come on, little by little. You can do it, Wild Style. And I wonder if you could, I actually didn't never actually, that would be interesting. I never did try to just fly up here. So maybe if you took a flying character like Wonder Woman or Superman or something, you could maybe skip all of this. But essentially, once you get to the clock, another Minikit will make its presence known to you, and we're going to snag that up, and that will be Minikit number 5. Remember, there's one Minikit less than what I'm actually showing there. So, another cool thing about this area as far as studs, if you still haven't got enough, which is pretty crazy at this point because there are a lot of studs to be had, you could go ahead and water all of these little areas, and that gives you a lot of studs as well. Like, you had a whole pile of silver and gold studs plus a blue stud. So there are a bunch of those around the map, and you can water all of them and make a whole bunch of stud money from that as well. Again, if you're having difficulty to get to the rule breaker status, you can do that. Right up here as well, there are a couple more blue studs hidden on top of all that. So, again, I don't really see it being particularly challenging to get the 100,000 studs that are required. We just flew by another stud collecting area right there as well. So, there are plenty and plenty of studs to be had all the way throughout, including, once again, in the comic book shop or store right here, another 2 blue studs. So, there's plenty of studs to be had all the way throughout. So, next up, we are going to use Gollum to climb through this little system, and once we've made our way through, we're actually going to also shrink down even further. So keep in mind that you want to activate that keystone prior to going through, so that then once you're in, it's active and you can climb through. I mean, make your way through the tunnel. Hopefully that makes sense. So, once you're there, you're going to pull the lever, just like so, and that will then go ahead and reveal to you Minikit number 6 to add to your collection. This area as a whole has Minikits 5, 6, 7, and 8, so 4 Minikits in total, 5 through 8 inclusively. all are here, so you're gonna need to have the DeLorean if you want to 100% complete this level. Next up, we're gonna fly up here, and we're gonna need to use our X-ray ability, so you could use Cyborg for this for example as well, but you would need a vehicle. So keep that in mind, that if you are gonna use a character like Cyborg, you're gonna need to get like a plane or something to get him up here, because obviously he can't fly. So just a little bit of a adjustment there. But overall, I would say Superman is a very useful character, and if you can afford to get him, because he's really awesome. There's the cool like TT logo right there, which ends up exploding into 3D and then showing us the next Minikit to add to our collection. Wabam! That is Minikit number 7 added to the pile, which is fantastic. Once again, as far as stud count goes, all of these items right here, or most of them, are quite destructible. So you'll notice right there, that was a lot of studs just from that car right there. So once again, if you're having difficulty with studs, just take some time here and you'll be able to gather a bunch of studs. And in a moment, I'll show you how to get a ridiculous amount of studs on top of the ones that you should have already gotten. So do not worry, rule breaker status is very easy to get on this level. So next up, you're going to need somebody with the technological ability, and you're just going to go ahead and activate these antenna, which are going to try to capture a better signal and therefore give you a nice lovely little commercial for the hoverboard, from what I recall. So there he is. He's like, oh look, I'm just walking. That is so boring. But then there's a hoverboard. By the way, have you guys found out that they're actually working on like a real life hoverboard? Like one, not like those ones that have the 2 wheels and people like drive them around, but like a legitimate one that actually hovers, which is pretty crazy and at the same time quite cool. So hopefully that'll be a thing at some point in the future. Alright, so that was Minikit number 8 that you have now collected. Right here you can get even more studs if you have the sonar ability, so just smash that glass and then go ahead and smash this brick for additional studs added to your count as well. And now here's a little bit of a final tidbit for stud collecting for this level, is that you want to complete this race up ahead. First of all, there's plenty of studs again to be had from all the destructible stuff, but if you complete this race successfully, you get a ridiculous amount of studs. Like, it is almost obscene how many studs they give you, and if you take your time to collect them all as you get them, it is really awesome. You get this ginormous pile of studs. All you have to do is loop around this particular track twice, so you just go around it twice. It's not particularly difficult or anything like that. Even though it's timed, I didn't feel any pressure to like hurry up or anything. And look at that. Blue studs, purple studs. There's like multiple purple studs that come out from that. A whole bunch of silver and gold, and that's fantastic. Make your way back to Vortek and proceed to fight him further until he turns into a fist and basically grabs you and brings you to the little building right behind him. This is the building right here. And once you've arrived over here, you are going to focus on getting your 9th Minikit, so you're almost there. The 9th Minikit will be up ahead in just a second, but you might want to take another quick little detour to get yourself a few extra studs by breaking these blocks right here. So again, as if there wasn't enough studs to collect already, there are plenty more available as well. Smash the boxes right there next to the crane, and once you've done that, you're going to need the help of Batman in order to tag the batarang switch right there. So this is another one of the Minikits that I already had, so for me it's just a stud, but for you that would be Minikit number 9. Proceeding to the next area, you will also find your 10th and final Minikit. All you need to have is the portal gun, or of course shell. So you're gonna go ahead and tag the 2 different directions, jump through, get a few extra studs on top of all the other ones that you've gathered, and gather and get your final Minikit. And with that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, Once Upon a Time Machine in the West is now level completed, 100% completed, I should say, and done, which is absolutely awesome. It is a very fun adventure, a really cool level that offers a unique new section when you're 100% completing it, which is really fun. I love when they do that kind of thing. I wish they would have done it across all the different levels where you would always earn an extra spot for that. So, rule breaker status achieved, which means we're going to be earning 1 gold brick for that. Clara Clayton rescued, that's another gold brick for that. And then the 10 Minikits will assemble themselves into... Let's take a look. Oh, this is like the sound machine, isn't it? like the little thing that he plays for like blasting music and stuff. And of course, once you get all the Minikits, you get a bunch of studs as a reward as well. And there are the previously mentioned 3 gold bricks. As always, ladies and gents, drop a like if you enjoyed the video, and I will as always catch you lovely folks next time. Peace out, see you laters, alligators.